After a quick rise to fame because of his voice,
Hello, friend.
Wow.
What?
Corpse's voice is like infrasonic bass.
Is that real?
Corp's husband disappeared after being overwhelmed by unrealistic expectations. But where is he today? My name's Ryan, and we're gonna talk about what actually happened to Corp's husband, an American YouTuber who began his career in 2015 by narrating horror stories on his channel. For 5 years, Corpse uploaded various scary stories he found online or created himself, until he began sourcing them directly from fans who emailed him personal experiences and helped Corpse turn his channel into a community. He brought each fan's horror story to life by reading it with his deep, unusual voiceover.
He then unhinged his jaw and began to swallow her whole. The entire process took less than 5 minutes.
And despite most of his videos being just a single image with audio, viewers flocked to Corpse's channel, with many retreating to the comment section out of fright and simply listening to them like they were podcasts. His videos regularly amassed at least 1 million views until during the COVID-19 pandemic, when his viewership skyrocketed to more than 250 million. At the same time, his following grew from just 1 million to over 7 million in 2020, thanks to playing Among Us with big YouTubers and streamers like Boy in a Band, who was the first one to invite Corpse to collaborate, marking the point where he started uploading his own Among Us streams on YouTube. Corpse broke away from his usual horror narration, and in the very first Among Us stream he uploaded on his main channel, he amassed over 34 million views, a huge jump from his previous horror story uploads. Overnight, Corpse rose to fame, playing alongside well-known creators like PewDiePie, Penguin Zero, and Michael Reeves. It introduced him to new audiences, helping him gain fans not just for his voice, but also for his impressive gameplay. In one of Penguin Zero's streams, he even ranked Corpse as a sus imposter in Among Us.
He can kill you and then convince you that it wasn't him that killed you. This is an easy S tier for me. Corpse definitely in the S tier.
An honor that Corpse took with pride. I'm absolutely honored, Charlie. And even though Corpse's main channel contains only 8 Among Us episodes, and his dedicated gaming channel also just has 8 videos, him being featured on many creators' channels like Saikuno and Valkyrie, it helped him gain even more exposure and become even more popular by 2021. And it wasn't just his gameplay that gained attention. Fans also discovered and shared his music through these streams. In 2020, Corpse released his first music titled I Miss You.
I don't wanna look like this. Fuck, I don't wanna feel like this.
Which, according to Corpse himself, was created alone in his room during a manic episode, without any initial intention for it to become a major release. While his horror narrations and live streams had already shown his deep and unusual voice, his music pushed that even further, turning his voice into the central focus for many fans. I'm a happy heterosexual male, but this guy can be my daddy with a voice like that. To date, this first song has been streamed over 129 million times on Spotify, and in 2023, the song officially earned an RIAA Gold certification. But Corpse didn't stop there. He took things even further with the release of E-Girls Are Ruining My Life,
Choke me like you hate me, but you love me low-key. Wanna date me when you fuck me.
amassing 58 million views and more than 60,000 comments, with the song, which was less than 2 minutes long, quickly becoming one of the most talked about creator tracks of the year. This guy got the whole community wrapped around his finger with his voice. The song showed that Corpse had different personas, not just the common mellow voice fans were used to hearing in his horror story narrations. E-Girls pushed Corpse even deeper into the mainstream internet culture, as the song peaked at number 2 on Spotify's Viral 50, earned him second place on Rolling Stone's Breakthrough 25 chart for October 2020, and later received an RIAA Platinum certification in 2022. The song even appeared on a digital billboard in Times Square, which is a major milestone for any artist. After this major hit, Corpse went on to release more music, with the next standout track being Agoraphobic, which turned out to be a noticeably different genre from his earlier songs.
I can't do shit right, I can't learn my lesson. I can't do shit right, take antidepressants.
Sounding mellow, sad, and vulnerable, the song was very different from Corpse's earlier music, that because of the genre change, some people have warned him that it might not be as popular as his past hits.
A lot of people were telling me like, it would be career suicide. decide to do that.
But he said he didn't want to limit himself to a single genre or sound, amassing over 47 million views on YouTube and earning another RIAA Gold certification. Agoraphobic proved that Corpse could still succeed even while experimenting with a different sound and being more open about his emotions. Eventually, Corpse began collaborating with well-known artists, teaming up with Machine Gun Kelly on the song Daywalker, and collaborating with Night Level on the song Hot Demon Bitches Near You. Indeed, Corpse's music career was a huge success, in large part thanks to the exposure and unofficial endorsements he gained by playing Among Us alongside big streamers early on. With all of that momentum, all of Corpse's social media platforms exploded. His Twitch channel reached an impressive 1.3 million in just 1 year, starting from zero, placing Corpse in the list of Twitch streamers who completely blew up during that time. Meanwhile, his Twitter grew to 3.3 million, Instagram to 2.3 million, and TikTok soared to 5.5 million. With all of this rapid growth across multiple social media platforms, Social Blade estimated Corpse's monthly income in 2021 to be anywhere between $11,000 and $181,000. As Corpse's audience continued to grow, many people became increasingly obsessed with his super deep voice.
Hello, this is going to be a video of me talking in my real voice. I like eating things, like eating food, drinking water.
To the point where countless videos circulated that highlighted Corpse speaking.
Hello?
What up, baby?
And even in game streams where Corpse appeared, every conversation would almost inevitably shift towards discussing his voice.
Hello, friend.
Wow.
Corpse was clearly aware of the attention and decided to lean into it, uploading short videos where he simply spoke random lines, knowing fans would enjoy them.
This is going to be a video of me talking in my real voice. I like eating things, like eating food.
Even clips that were under 20 seconds long quickly gained millions of views. Strangely though, many fans began treating his voice more as a fetish, which became especially clear when Corpse jokingly trolled his audience again with a tweet that contained nothing but the sound of him breathing. With over 393,000 reactions and 59,000 reposts, Corpse literally broke the internet simply by breathing, which shows just how much attention his voice had. And what made him even more intriguing was that there was no face to associate with the voice. The only image of Corpse online was his well-known avatar, a glimpse of his torso, and a shot of his hand holding a strand of curly hair, all carefully shared pieces that kept his identity a mystery, drawing fans in deeper and deeper until that same mystery would turn against him. Intrigued of who Corpse really was, a lot of his followers exhausted every possible means to figure out what he looked like. Many people developed high expectations for the face behind the deep, bass-heavy voice and veiny hands. But what many didn't accept at the time was that Corpse chose to remain faceless to protect both his physical and mental health. Way back in 2019, Corpse shared on Twitter that he was living with fibromyalgia and thoracic outlet syndrome, and later revealed that he also had GERD. In a 2021 interview with Anthony Padilla, Corpse explained that his GERD in particular is believed to play a role in his unusually deep voice.
I do have a medical condition and it does contribute to my voice, but not as much as everybody says it does.
Is that GERD?
GERD has like a spectrum to it. They put a scope down my throat through my nostrils and my throat is corroded and it's like touching my vocal cords.
Medical sources explain that acid reflux can irritate and damage parts of the throat, including the vocal cords, which may cause noticeable changes in a person's voice. Meanwhile, his thoracic outlet syndrome and fibromyalgia both contribute to the chronic pain he experiences, particularly in his arm.
I'm having to change how I sit every 2 seconds right now in this conversation with you just so that my entire arm doesn't go numb and like at my absolute worst. I remember crawling to the door to get groceries and barely being able to do that. I tried to pour cereal and then when I went to like lift the spoon to my mouth to eat it, I couldn't do it.
All of these physical ailments Corpse disclosed had taken a heavy toll on him. 2 to 3 years of constant doctor's appointments, thousands of dollars out of pocket, basically losing my job, copious amounts of testing, physical therapy. On top of this, Corpse also deals with mental health challenges. While Corpse has never publicly stated that he has agoraphobia, the fact that his song Agoraphobic exists reflects his fear of public spaces and situations that may cause panic, feelings of being trapped, or loss of control. Because of this, keeping his online persona separate from his offline life is deeply important to him. This partly explains why Corpse appreciated the COVID-19 pandemic, as mask wearing became normalized and allowed him to leave the house without feeling overly exposed or anxious.
It's been easier because of that, because nobody looks at me like I'm a freak anymore when I wear a mask in public, but also since I've grown so much, I feel like everyone's staring at me every time I leave my house.
Even behind the scenes, Corpse has shared that his anxiety can spike right before he begins playing games or going live, showing how much mental strain that these situations can trigger.
When I was doing those Among Us streams first starting, like literally like 20 minutes before some of them, I was literally like cutting my face with razor blades, and then I just get on in front of hundreds of thousands of people, you know what I mean? And it's like, they don't see those things, you know what I mean?
There was also an incident during an Among Us livestream when Corpse panicked after his screen briefly went black and reflected his image, fearing that the viewers might see his face.
Every single time I get to a black screen like this, I see my face in the reflection of my monitor, and it scares the fuck out of me.
He's so protective of his privacy, he panicked for a second about his reflection in the monitor. Please protect Corpse at all costs. Overall, Corpse's fear of being publicly visible on his own shows why he rarely hosts solo streams. Instead, he prefers appearing in other creators' streams where the attention is shared and the environment feels less threatening, making it easier for him to participate without triggering intense anxiety. Yet despite being open about his physical and mental health struggles and clearly setting boundaries around his privacy, some people online still chose to cross the line, ultimately attempting to dox Corpse. Hundreds of memes began circulating online, baiting viewers with fake face reveals and endless speculation about what he might look like, with one of the most controversial rumors falsely dragging Andy Biersack, the lead vocalist of the rock band Black Veil Brides, into the speculation. Even creators jumped in on the bandwagon, using clickbait titles and thumbnails to cash in on the curiosity surrounding Corpse's identity, dragging more innocent people into the rumors just for views. Although Corpse admitted way back in 2020 that he had considered revealing his face to see what would happen.
I've woken up some days and been like, okay, I'm just gonna post a picture of it, like take a selfie literally right now and just put it on my story.
Really?
I look at it, I hover over the add to story button. I drop my phone. If it happens, it happens, then...
Whoa, you'll go to that length to be like, let fate decide?
Yeah, but I've never done it, obviously.
He eventually insisted that doing so would only make things worse.
I don't think I'm gonna face reveal on purpose anytime soon. It's just way too much now.
But everything took a dark turn on March 27, 2021, when a dox appeared online claiming to show Corpse's full name, face when he was younger, and even his home address. Images of the same face quickly spread across social media, and because he didn't match the idealized image many fans had imagined, Corpse was mocked and bullied for his alleged appearance. Even though there was no confirmation that the photos were actually him, some people went further and tried to discredit him by claiming he had lied about his health problems. Much of this information was also unverified, yet it still fueled the harassment and hate towards Corpse. However, at the same time, many fans, especially those who understood what Corpse had been dealing with, immediately came to his defense. The alleged Corpse husband face reveal just showed how effed up our world is. You guys think Corpse is this mega hot guy, then y'all start bullying him when he didn't meet your standards. No wonder why he's scared to show his face. Leave the man alone. What's so hard about not using someone's deeply personal business for views, while others outright denied that the leaked photos were even him? 1. That's not him. 2. Leave him the F alone. Protect Corpse at all costs. Leave him to his privacy. Basically, the internet became divided. Yet as the controversy unfolded, Corpse continued posting on Twitter as if nothing had happened. The same was true on YouTube, where he still managed to upload 3 more videos, with the last being a Friday the 13th gameplay video with his friends. However, after that, Corpse suddenly disappeared, leading many fans to believe that this was finally the end of his online presence. Thankfully, the absence only lasted about 3 months, as in February 2022, Corpse announced his first voice acting role voicing Ojiro Otori in the English dub of the anime Tribe 9.
How insignificant.
Following this announcement, Corpse relatively became active on Twitter again, replying to fans in the comments, and posting music-related updates, including a collaboration with Bring Me the Horizon, as well as a promotion for his own song Life Waster, which he uploaded to his second YouTube channel in mid-2022. Then, around the same time, seemingly playing into the face reveal drama surrounding him, he teased a possible face reveal on TikTok himself, posting an image of what appeared to be a shadow and a real person covering their face, with wings visible behind them. It was unclear whether the images were actually Corpse or simply edited photos, which quickly caused the comment section to fill with confusion, until some fans quickly convinced themselves that the second image was not real at all. The second photo is a drawing that is literally the same person that's sitting on the bench in his recent video. Then, after this brief moment of renewed attention, Corpse stopped posting altogether across all of his social media accounts. As with many YouTubers who step away from the spotlight, Corpse's disappearance quickly sparked countless discussions. Many people have speculated about why he stopped posting on YouTube, with most theories pointing to the doxing incident as the main reason he stepped away.
People are insane, because a month after these leaks started getting out of control, he went completely silent. And since November of 2021, Corpse hasn't made a single video.
However, based on the timeline we just discussed, Corpse appeared to handle the doxing incident relatively calmly and continued to stay active on social media afterward. It's also important to note that even before this happened, Corpse had already been open about how his chronic illnesses would eventually force him to step away from streaming, as he implied in his interview with Iron Mouse. Every stream, I would be shaking the whole time. I don't really think I enjoy doing this. Because of this, he was absent from his own Twitch channel for a little over 6 months. In fact, he had several long absences from social media even back in 2019 and 2020, showing that taking long breaks was already a pattern and was likely to happen again in the future. During his first major absence in 2019, Corpse released a 2-hour audio where he openly explained his health and personal situation.
I wasn't justified in posting statuses on Twitter or Instagram or anything if I wasn't uploading videos, and it got so bad in February. I woke up and I lost feeling in my arm. Like, I don't want to say lost feeling completely because I could still move it and everything like that, but it started in my right wrist. Right when I was going to get back into videos in February, I couldn't click anymore or type or anything like that.
It was the first time he had been so candid, and it set the tone for how he would handle future breaks, taking time off when his health or mental state required it. Still, many assumed that the constant harassment and doxing controversy pushed him to lay low.
So when a Twitter user posted a photo claiming to show his face, it may have also contributed to his decision to quit social media.
While that assumption isn't entirely wrong, Corpse technically could have continued as before, as there was no official confirmation tied to the leak, the same as how Swagger Souls handled his own supposed face leak.
And what did you do?
Said nothing because it wasn't me.
Right. Have they ever gotten it right? Have they ever leaked a real photo of you?
No.
Nice.
No.
And people close to Corpse, like Saikuno and the rest of the group, had known what he looked like long before. Even Anthony Padilla knew.
Does Anthony Padilla know what Corpse looks like?
Yes, Corpse is a faceless musician. Yes, I do know what he looks like. I've interviewed him. He would not want me to say this, but he looks just as cool as people draw him. That's all I'll say.
Oh.
Yet they respected him enough to protect his privacy and never revealed anything. Corpse alone had the power to confirm or deny the images, and without his acknowledgement, the situation could have easily faded away. But this misses an important point. Even without the doxing, Corpse was already likely to step back. He had been open about how much his mental health had affected him, and the pressure of being online was already taking a toll. As someone living with anxiety, it was normal for Corpse to be inconsistent with his uploads and take long breaks from the internet even when nothing else was happening. And as someone with a chronic physical illness, which he explained to Anthony that even something as simple as sitting for long periods could be difficult and painful for him.
It's just a lot of pain. I'm having to change how I sit every 2 seconds right now in this conversation with you just so that my entire arm doesn't go numb and like
It became clear that sooner or later, Corpse was bound to step away. So his absence was simply the toll of his ongoing physical and mental health struggles. With that said, fans remain constantly worried about Corpse and are always looking for updates just to know how he's doing. And with Corpse no longer active online, his friends became the ones people turned to for answers. In 2023, Valkyrie gave fans a glimpse of what Corpse had been doing behind the scenes.
I invited him. He's busy. He's a very busy man. And he told me, he was like, please don't ever stop inviting me to things. And I was like, I promise I'll never stop inviting you no matter how many times you reject us. I would just get used to the fact that he's busy a lot of the time. He's all right. I mean, he goes through a lot, but he's a tough man's.
The update brought mixed emotions, with many fans relieved to hear that he was doing okay, especially since the last time Corpse had been heard was from way back in February of that same year, when he posted very briefly.
Hi, I'm Corpse. I still don't know how to use this app. I've been staying in Roku City for an extended period of time, and while frolicking in our nearby park, their inspiration struck and I created an official Gloomy Bear.
But Ray's update was also bittersweet. Don't ever stop inviting me has such a sad undertone to it. Then in 2024, both Valkyrie and Sykkuno were asked about Corpse again, with Ray being the first to reassure the fans that Corpse was still doing alright.
Corpse is okay, you guys. We still regularly talk to him.
That's crazy. Do they have
I think he's
4B,
just
or,
taking
like,
a break
they have
from the
3B?
internet.
'Cause,
He's
that was
good.
just
He's
a
good.
lot of shit thrown at us
Some
immediately.
people just don't like being online all the time like that.
Okay, I'm watching.
Making fans relieved once more. I'm happy to get little updates like these. As a fan, I worry because of his health. I'm glad to hear he is doing well. He deserves a break. About a month later, Sykkuno was asked the same question during one of his live streams, but his response was noticeably more reserved than Ray's.
Corpse has Twitter. He's got a whole bunch of social media platforms. If he wanted to make it very known what he was up to or whatever, he could do it. But the fact that he doesn't want to means like you should just respect that.
Which seemed reasonable, as he meant to stop people from asking too many personal questions about Corpse, and many viewers praised him for it. He's such a good friend. I'm glad he protects Corpse like this. The internet often thinks they are entitled to such knowledge when, in fact, they don't really have any business in knowing these things. Then, most recently in August 2025, Ray once again shared an update after noticing that fans were worried about Corpse.
He's off the internet because he wants to be off the internet. And I think he's happy with where he is right now. We all talk to him off stream. We game with him. He likes gaming off kind of thing. So it's his choice at the end of the day. And no one is ever going to force someone to be on stream or do something that they're uncomfortable with. So.
And once again, fans were reassured that he was doing okay. So in simple terms, Corpse is enjoying time away from the internet, living quietly after his rise to fame, and possibly working on voice acting, music, or other behind the scenes projects, while also taking things slow as he continues to deal with his physical and mental health struggles. If you like this video, you'll probably enjoy these next ones as well, and don't forget to subscribe.